In this tutorial video, I will show you how to use editing transitions with A-roll and B-roll footage. Transitions help your video flow from one shot to the next. Today, I'll show you how to use them effectively with A-roll and B-roll footage. The first thing you need to know is what is A-roll and B-roll footage? A-roll footage is the main bulk of the footage, like someone talking to the camera interview. In the case of this film, here we can see the subject speaking, which is all of this line here. B-roll, on the other hand, is the extra footage that adds more detail or context to the story, which is footage like this, which can be found on the second and third layer. In the case of this film, that is the surf footage and footage of the beach in Lagos, Nigeria, where the documentary short film is set. So here's an example of effective flowing between A-roll and B-roll footage.
Australia. I was blessed with some of the best surf in the world. I grew up, during my school years, I'd get myself.
So you start with your A-roll footage, like this interview, then add B-roll over it to make it more interesting and clear. Adding B-roll helps keep the audience engaged and makes the video more dynamic. It is appropriate to cut to B-roll right after the subject introduces a topic for clarity and continuity. So in this case, we can see the subject's talking about his childhood. Then it cuts directly into what he's speaking about, which is the beaches of his childhood and him surfing. As well, simple transitions like cuts or dissolves work best when cutting between A-roll and B-roll. They keep the video smooth without being distracting. Here's also an example of a cross dissolve cutting between B-roll and A-roll footage, which doesn't make the cut so jarring, as well adding symbolism to the story, showing the connection between the footage and the subject.
And, being in the ocean was and still is.
In this tutorial, you've hopefully learned what is A-roll and B-roll and how to cut fluently between the two. In my eyes, documentaries are 90% story and 10% cinematics. Therefore, it is important to add clear transitions between meaningful pieces of footage.